Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Madisonville Marine. In most circumstances, if you want to compare two different types of boats, pontoon or deck, john boat or ski boat, you have to go to different stores. Not so with East Tennessee's biggest selection of brands and models of boats at Madisonville Marine. Check it all out under one roof. All right, quick slant segment, and I mean it this time. It's going to have to be quick answers from everybody. Unfortunately, the questions are long. All right, Mike Strange. As had been rumored for a while, former UT offensive line signee Zach Stewart has decided to pass on playing football at UT and feels that after his mother died that his place is in Coalfield with his family. Butch Jones called him a Vol for life and praised him, but a few folks on social media, and you find a few on social media that say anything. But a few folks have said, well, that's a poor decision and this young man's going to regret this. Is it out of bounds considering what the kid's gone through, or is it fair to make the comment about some kid changing his mind?
Yes and no. When you sign a scholarship at Tennessee, you're putting yourself out there as a public figure, but for a situation like him with what he went through, no, it should be out of bounds. People should respect that.
Okay. Bob Hodge. Butch Jones said this week that Vol legacy Nico Kramer is looking at transferring. It's assumed he'll wind up with his former tight end coach here, Mark Elder, at Eastern Kentucky. That's one thought. A lot of talk the last 2 years about people trying to get away from Butch Jones and his program. All these transfers out, it shows there's a problem. As of right now, things could change, but as of right now, it looks like Nico Kramer would be the only guy transferring out. If it is just one guy, will that put an end to the everybody hates the coaches over there?
I think it'll definitely put an end to it until next year. Two people transfer out, and then it'll be back to the same thing again. So yeah, I mean, it'll be a moving target. If you've only got one, well, a lot of people are going to be upset about that one. So yes, it'll put an end to it for 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, whatever.
I happen to agree with you. All right, Chuck. UT signee Jonathan Kongbo has been a busy guy on radio and on Twitter. He has basically said that Tennessee will go undefeated this year. He also made it clear in a radio interview that one of the reasons he's going after Alabama is Nick Saban told him he wasn't big enough to play defensive end at Bama. So he's gone out and put on weight, and that's his goal. Butch Jones says, we like that confidence. We want that confidence. But I'm going to have to talk to Mr. Kongbo about the way we, let your play be loud instead of your talk being loud. Let me ask you, are you a fan of boastful swagger or a fan of keeping your mouth zipped?
The old school, keep your mouth zipped. I mean, especially you got zero equity in me right now in terms of playing time at Tennessee. Keep that in the room. I love that kind of confidence, but don't be putting it out there and stirring things up.
Okay.
Would you feel that way if you were doing a sports talk show?
No.
Jimmy Hines, last one for you. This week, a Texas A&M assistant coach, took to Twitter to question a generic person's loyalty. All right, he just said some guys don't understand loyalty anymore. Well, turns out he did that after a wide receiver commit had decommitted from A&M. So everybody started saying, you're saying this about him. And he came out and said, no, it's not about who you think, although it fits. It's truth. We're not loyal anymore. Then, so he's lost one recruit, one right receiver. Another receiver comes on and says, seeing how the coach responded to one of my brothers, I'm going to decommit from Texas A&M. Another receiver then decommitted for the same reason. Here's my question. Bigger issue here. Dumb coach, soft recruits.
Dumb coach. He's got to be the adult. And look, sometimes I'm challenged in trying to be the adult in situations, but you've got to be the adult here. What is recruiting all about? It's about kissing the ring. And other things.
That's right. But you put it nicely.
But you've got to do whatever you can to these recruits. We all know that you have to play up to them, do whatever you can, wine and dine them. So it doesn't do you any good to take a shot at a kid. Now, once they get on campus, then you can decommit, you can de-recruit. Those kids. But I thought it was stupid on the coach's part.
It was stupid on his part. You can't do that. At the same time, I'm also going to throw a little bit of shade, as they say, at the recruits, because how soft do you have to be? Hey, Timmy, how did you bet? You've had all these colleges coming after you. What'd you base your decision on? A tweet. You're not exactly talking about the Junction Boys here.
Yeah.
How well are they going to respond in practice?
Yes.
Oh, do you need a trophy to get through a snap in practice at some point? The coach, stupid. You can't do it. Even though he wasn't targeting one guy, it was clear he was. You can't do that. But at the same time, I'm not overly impressed by, I'm not going to go there either. Why? A tweet. Okay.
Calls.
Calls. All right. When we come back, are folks being patient enough with new coaches? Jimmy Hyams wrote something this week. I took it and expanded on it. We're going to expound on it after I expanded on it. Numbers when we come back. We'll show you.